Network security has this reputation for being the driest possible topic in cybersecurity. And honestly, that's fair, because most people learn it by reading Cisco textbooks from 1997, while some instructor drones on about the OSI model for 3 hours. But networking is actually fun when you stop memorizing which layer does what and start intercepting your roommate's Netflix traffic to see what they're binge watching at 2 a.m. Before we dive in, if you like the way I break this stuff down and you actually want to learn hacking the right way, CyberFlow Academy isn't just another learning platform. We provide focused, advanced courses in key areas like website hacking, bug bounties, OSINT, reverse engineering, and more. Material that goes far beyond what can be taught on YouTube. Otherwise, I'll get another strike. You also gain access to our active and ambitious Discord community, where you can reach me directly whenever you need guidance. And listen, I know that cybersecurity evolves fast, so I have made a commitment to constantly update the material and add new courses. We already have 500 plus members learning, landing bounties, and applying these skills in the real world. So what are you waiting for? Join through the link in the description and use code CyberFlow50 to get a whopping 50% off, so hurry up. The best way to learn is to build your own hackable network and immediately attack it. Spin up like 5 VMs in VirtualBox, make them talk to each other, install sketchy services with default passwords, then put on your black hat and wreck your own infrastructure. Use metasploitable as a punching bag. It's an intentionally vulnerable VM that basically begs you to hack it. You'll learn more in 1 weekend breaking your own network than in a month of watching YouTube videos about TCP handshakes, where the comments are just people arguing about whether it's actually a 4-way handshake if you count the final ACK. Wireshark is your new best friend and also your worst nightmare the first time you open it. Launch Wireshark, see thousands of packets flying by like the Matrix, immediately regret your life choices. Here's the cheat code. Filter for HTTP and visit a non-HTTPS website. Watch your own traffic in beautiful plain text, including passwords. Congratulations, you just learned why HTTPS exists by watching yourself get owned. Filter for DNS. Google something dumb. Watch the DNS queries happen before the page loads. You just learned DNS by seeing it work instead of reading a Wikipedia article written by someone who clearly hates joy. Nobody talks about how the networking challenges teach you packet manipulation by forcing you to actually do it instead of just reading about it. Check out rootme.org for challenges that make you exploit protocols at a low level. You can read about ARP spoofing, or you can actually poison an ARP cache and watch traffic redirect to you like magic. One of these is way more fun. Nmap isn't just a port scanner. It's a network exploration tool that teaches you how services expose themselves. Nmap-SV target shows exact software versions. Google those plus exploit and find vulnerabilities. Nmap-script vuln runs scripts that check for common issues. Nmap-P- scans all 65,535 ports, finding services hiding on port 8675 that developers thought nobody would check. Spoiler alert, we check everything. Build a home lab that actually improves your life. Raspberry Pi running Pihole blocks ads network-wide. Suddenly, you're learning DNS and DHCP while your smart TV stops phoning home every 30 seconds. Install pivpn. Now you can VPN to your home network and you've learned routing and tunneling. Throw Wireshark on it to monitor everything. Your home network is now a learning lab that also makes your internet better instead of just a sad pile of VMs nobody uses. Learn Scapy for when you need to craft packets by hand because sometimes tools don't do the weird thing you need. Want to send a SYN packet with cursed flags to confuse a firewall? Scapy. Want to spoof source IPs? Scapy. Want to send malformed DNS queries to test for buffer overflows? Scapy. It's like Legos for packets, and once you can build packets from scratch, you understand networking better than people who've been studying for years. Set up packet capture on your phone and see what apps really do. Route traffic through mitmproxy, use your apps normally, watch the horror show. Angry Birds makes 47 API calls on launch and sends your location to advertisers every 30 seconds. That weather app is uploading your contact list for some reason. Learning what normal traffic looks like makes you great at spotting malicious traffic because you know what shouldn't be there. Like, why is calculator.exe making DNS queries? Use Burp Suite to intercept everything, not just websites. Route your desktop apps through Burp. Watch what APIs they call, modify requests, see what breaks. I found API keys hard-coded in apps, authentication bypasses, admin endpoints that weren't protected, all by watching traffic and thinking, what if I change this value? Network security isn't abstract theory, it's watching packets and asking what happens if I mess with this. Do tryhackme's Wreath network. It's multiple machines you have to pivot through, learning lateral movement and tunneling. Way better than flashcards about subnetting. The throwback network is full Active Directory where you compromise machines and move sideways like real engagements. You're learning by doing, under pressure, with actual objectives instead of memorizing the difference between Class A and Class B networks, which literally nobody cares about anymore. Stop memorizing port numbers, just use them until they stick. Port 22 is SSH, 80 is HTTP, 3389 is RDP, 445 is SMB. You'll remember from scanning constantly. If you forget, Google it. Nobody cares. The important part is recognizing patterns, like ports 8080 or 8443 are probably web servers, or 1433 is MS SQL, meaning there's a database you can maybe attack. Networking clicks when you stop seeing protocols and start seeing conversations you can eavesdrop on or hijack. ARP spoofing is just lying about who you are so traffic comes to you. BNS poisoning is giving fake answers about where websites live. MIT is intercepting conversations and reading everything. Once you think about what machines are saying to each other, it stops being abstract and starts making sense. Don't get stuck watching courses, just capture packets and break stuff. Download sample PCAPs from Wireshark site. Filter for interesting things. Follow TCP streams to see conversations. Export HTTP objects to pull files from traffic. Look for clear text passwords and protocols that should be encrypted. Every packet capture is a puzzle teaching you more than lectures ever could. The fun part is attacking networks instead of studying them. Build things to break them. Capture traffic to analyze what you're actually sending when you think you're being secure. Realize your smart toaster is sending more data than your laptop. Exploit it all. Full structured path with real vulnerable networks to practice on and people who will actually help when you're stuck is in CyberFlow's Academy. First link below. Now go intercept some packets and find out what secrets people think are private.
You still stuck in tutorial hell? We got full courses step by step as well. Web hacking labs, real attack flow, not click here, actually break the code. Reverse engineering, crack moves inside. Gidra open, ego died. Bug bounty methods that actually scale. Find one vuln, that's grocery money mail. $29, that's it, bro. Skill goes up, that's CyberFlow. Python for hackers, C plus Spain. Build your own tools like this, that don't. New course dropping every month. No content drought, we stack it up. Private Discord, killers in chat. Stuck on a bug, we fixed that.